Namaste, Haribo. Welcome to meditation with me. My name is Amit. Always nice to be here and always nice to do this meditation with you. So today I thought I'll just keep it short and compact and powerful and punchy. What do you think? And we'll just focus on a meditation. If you don't know, this is the first time you're watching. What we will do is we will learn how we can calm, relax, and redirect your mind into some positive activities, and at the same time awaken this natural spiritual love that is within our hearts. Sounds far out, but it is not. Let's get started. Let's just start with keeping your eyes closed gently. And we practice some long deep breath. We inhale and we exhale. This is just a simple way to calm the nervous energy, helps us to focus better. Two more breaths. You can use your mouth to exhale, that's fine. Now just as your mind, just as your body needs a cleansing agent like a soap to clean it, the mind also needs the cleansing agent. And the yoga literature explains that the cleansing agent, the most simple and effective cleansing agent, is sacred sounds known as mantras. These mantras are just not made up by everybody. These mantras are passed down by a long line of saintly teachers, has been existing for time immemorial. And by regularly immersing your mind in these mantras, when I say immersing, means you sing these mantras, you listen to these mantras, you rest your mind in these mantras, your mind gets purified. And not only does your mind get purified, you experience a higher happiness, a inner happiness. So there's many mantras, but the mantras that are really of higher nature or supreme in nature are the names and glories of the Supreme Soul. So the mantras that refer to the names of the Supreme Soul are the most effective. So we'll use one of those names, that is Go-Ranga. It's divided into 4 syllables, Go-Ra-Anga. So how we'll use this mantra is with our breath. So we inhale, we say the mantra Go-Ra-Anga in our mind. And as we exhale, we say the mantra Go-Ra-Anga out loud throughout the entire length of our breath. Simple practice. I'll use my ukulele to just add a bit more rhythm so that we can practice this nicely. So let's inhale together. Exhaling. Inhaling one more time. Saying the mantra Go-Ranga in the mind. And exhaling out loud, Go-Ranga. We'll continue this practice for some time. Go-Ranga. Inhaling. Go-Ranga. resting your mind in these mantras. Letting this mantra resonate in your mind. Last one. Goranga. It's a very simple yet effective practice that you can take into your lives, and you can do it any time of the day, is particularly when you are going into a situation where you feel nervous, you feel the energy is heightening, you feel emotion rushing. Step back, inhale. Goranga. Immediately you feel this energy calming down, you know. So also, just to help us appreciate this meditation more, I would just like to also share some wisdom behind this meditation. You know, this yoga system is a fantastic lifestyle, you know, that has practices that offers wisdom, clarity on how to deal with situations. And I'll just read something from the ancient literature, the Bhagavad Gita, just that gives us a bit more information about the mind and the nature of the mind, the position of the mind, and how we can actually control it. So I'll just read some verses from the Bhagavad Gita. So this is from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, text 5. One must deliver himself with the help of his mind and not degrade himself. The mind is the friend of the conditioned soul and his enemy as well. The mind is a friend of the soul and his enemy as well. Did you hear that right? Your mind can be your friend, can be also your enemy. Why is the mind enemy? Because here Krishna explains, the uncontrolled mind is the greatest enemy of the living entity. If one neglects it or gives it a chance, it will grow more and more powerful and will become victorious. Although it is not factual, it is very strong. It covers the constitutional position of the self. Bhagavad Purana. I'll unpack it a little bit, but I'll just read a bit more that will help us understand that as well. The individual is the passenger in the chariot of the material body, and intelligence is the driver. Mind is the driving instrument, and the senses are the horses. The self is thus enjoyer or sufferer in the association of the mind and senses. I'll just read that again. The individual is the passenger in the chariot of the material body. the individual, you, the individual, the self, or the Atma, or the living entity, is the passenger in the chariot of the material body. In other words, the body is taken as a chariot or a horse carriage, and you are the passenger of that horse carriage. You are not your body, you are the passenger of the body or in the body. The intelligence is the driver of that body. The senses are the horses, and the mind is the driving instrument. In other words, the mind is the steering wheel or the reins of the horses. So you can use it in both ways. So the senses are like the wheels, let's say, and the mind is the driving instrument that controls the wheel. Wheel is not perhaps the exact way to understand, because wheels are, you compare the wheels versus the horses. The horses are wild. They can go anywhere, and so the reins of the horses is the mind. In other words, the mind and the senses are quite connected. And the intelligence you have, you use your intelligence to control the rein, the mind, and the horses. So that perhaps gives you a bit more understanding of where the position, of the mind and you are. So you are the living entity, the Atma within the body. You have intelligence that is higher than the mind. So use your intelligence to then control the mind and the senses. And then I'll just continue that to Krishna continues, O mighty armed son of Kunti, so he's addressing to Arjuna, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind, but it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment. For one whose mind is unbridled, self-realization is difficult work, but he whose mind is controlled and who strives by appropriate means is assured of success. That is my opinion. So the restless mind is very difficult to control, but by suitable practice and by detachment, it is possible. So suitable practice, what is the suitable practice that we are talking about? It's the regulated process of controlling the mind. This process of mantra meditation is one of those processes. And by detachment, so you have to first appreciate that, hey, I'm not my mind. My mind has its own, the mind is like a recorder. Whatever you feed into the mind, it takes in and it plays back to you. And it has been playing back to you for a long time. So we become careful what we feed in the mind, because that's what is going to feed us back. If you're watching, let's say, a movie, a horror movie, graphic movie, and you have all these images that is getting imprinted into your mind, right? But the problem is, now when your mind to relax, when you want your mind to relax, when you want to sleep, when you want to just rest your mind, that's when those visuals play back to you, and it is harder to control. But you are the one who put those in the mind in the first place. Do you know what I mean? So that's where we become aware and careful what we feed into the mind. You feed in mind, exercising, regular habits, productive information, then that's what your mind feeds you back. It helps you to remember. It helps your intelligence to remember, hey, I'm not my mind. I have to, just engage my mind in some superior activity, superior habit, so that the mind leaves me alone, or it gets redirected in a new direction. So that's where, if you practice meditation on a regular basis, your mind, initially, it may throw back the memories or visuals or the practices that you have trained your mind with, which may interfere. So let's say you have always watched movies, always, and now you want to practice meditation. Your mind may not like that initially, or it's going to feed you back all the movies you watched. So you're trying to meditate and you're watching your movie actors and actresses and different scenes and your favorite scenes coming up, and you're like, no, 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 no. But hey, they're already fed in. So you have to persevere and give your mind this new experience so that that becomes the new habit. And this mantras actually not only helps your mind to create a new habit, but it also purifies the mind. It actually removes all those memories on a gradual basis. But hey, we have been feeding our mind for a long time. So, although these mantras are very powerful, but you have to persevere, you have to be a little bit patient, and you have to do it on a regular basis. And your mind gets cleared, get purified, your consciousness gets cleared by these mantras. And not only that, you actually experience, the Atma, the living entity within the body, you experience a higher taste, you experience inner strength, you cultivate resilience to control your mind. Remember how we talked? You are the passenger, you feed your intelligence, and your intelligence then has the strength now to stop the mind and the senses. You have fed your horses very well, they have bloody become big and strong. Now you feed your intelligence, you feed yourself, you become strong to then control the horses. So I hope it is helpful. Let's show you how simple this meditation can be. We practice the breathing. Now we'll do what is called kirtan meditation. A lot of people that have practiced meditation with us, they love this kirtan experience. Very simple, very powerful, very pleasurable. So what we do is we sing a mantra. You hear it, you rest your mind in this mantras. You engage your sense of hearing, you engage sense of speaking. You listen, you sing. Usually this kirtan is done in a group setting. When the one person leads, they sing, the group listens, and they sing back, and the leader listens and rests. Wonderful exchange. But in a live stream setting, I'll sing, you hear, you meditate, and you sing back. Do not feel shy how a voice sounds. It's not about your voice, it's not a performance. It's just about feeding, purifying your mind, feeding you, the living entity, with the spiritual food. So we'll do the mantra Om Hari Om. Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Your turn. Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. We'll practice this for some time. Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Hari Om. Om Hari Om. You're done. Om Hari Om. 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 Hari Om. Let's sing together. Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Last one all together, please. Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Such a beautiful practice. Just me practicing in front of camera. It's so relaxing. It's so beautiful. I mean, I've been practicing this for over 10 years, and I tell you, my life has transformed just because of this simple practice of adding mantras into my life. There's another way we can practice this as well, which is called Japa Meditation, but I won't go into that today. I'll leave a link to a video that you can use to practice this Japa meditation if you like. You know what happened? I live streamed, but I forgot to press go live. So I did this whole session, but I didn't record it. So I'm doing this again. So that's why I'm not going into Japa meditation, because I'll have to start my day. But yeah, and that's why I'm perhaps a bit late, depending on when you see this video. But yeah, I hope it was helpful, and there's something that you can take away and apply in your life. And yeah, we'd love to hear your comments and love to meet you in person one day and practice with you. I'm in Brisbane here, and we have programs here. At West End, we'll run a program at Stafford and Sandgate, so plenty of places to meet and chant this together. So until next time, Haribol, Namaste, take care.